I'm going to demonstrate on how to test LSD. If you had to take away one piece of advice from any of my content, it should be that you should always test any drug before consuming it. Substances such as the N-Bohm series and the DOX series are often sold in place of LSD. These substances have caused dozens of fatalities and potentially thousands of hospital visits. Unlike LSD, these can and have caused severe physical and mental problems in even healthy individuals, and they've resulted in dozens of deaths. Now, we mentioned that LSD has a threshold dose of around 5 to 20 micrograms. However, several members of the N-Bohm and DOX series are potentially toxic before their effects can even be felt. If a person is planning on ingesting something that is advertised as LSD, they must always test before they ingest. Now, we're going to demonstrate how to test LSD. For this test, we're going to be using 5-HTP instead of real LSD. 5-HTP is completely legal everywhere, but it will still produce the same exact color results as if we used LSD with this test. Since we are able to use 5-HTP instead of LSD and still get the same result, we need to be careful in remembering that no test is 100% accurate. However, most compounds that produce the same purple reaction are not large enough to fit on a blotter, so more likely than not, if your reaction turns pinkish purple as displayed here, the molecule you are testing is most likely not an N-Bohm, DOX series, or any other fake molecule. For our tester, we're going to be using Ehrlich reagent. Ehrlich reagent is potentially fatal if misused, so you want to make sure to keep it away from your eyes, around your mouth, skin, or your clothes. This is because Ehrlich reagent can be both toxic and corrosive. Make sure to always use gloves when handling Ehrlich reagent, or any parts of this test. You're going to want to make sure to have your gloves on. Double check. Either dish gloves or rubber gloves are fine for this. You're also going to want to make sure to use a white plate for this test. This test is based on color, and a white background will make it easier to see color changes. We're going to start off by breaking open a 5-HTP capsule and spreading it across the plate. If you have what you suspect to be an LSD blotter, just cut off a very tiny piece of it. As you'll see, we're going to put one drop of tester on a very small amount of 5-HTP. We're going to spot this spot right here. With your tester, you're going to want to make sure that you keep it about 2 to 3 inches from the plate when dropping on your sample. If your tester touches the sample, it might contaminate and ruin the entire tester. After you drop, you're going to want to wait around 10 minutes to see a reaction. You should see your sample turning from clear to pinkish purple. If your sample does not change color, it could be part of the N-Bohm or DOX series, which could potentially be fatal. If your sample goes through a series of color changes, or changes into a different color, you should treat your sample with extreme caution and not consume it, as it is likely not safe.